Ghostface is here.
He's gonna keep coming for us.
Did you miss me?
We've got to lure him in. And we execute him.
Scream, rated R. Now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Man, for the playoffs, you can hit the court with a special offer, courtesy of KG Certified and BetMGM, the king of sportsbook. Place a one-game parlay with 4 legs or more and get back a bonus bet up to $25 if you miss one leg. Man, nothing beats a W at BetMGM. Man, y'all know what it is. Kevin and Truth in here, man. Let's get it. KG Certified. Let's get it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to get to it. It kind of threw me left when Kawhi missed Game 4. And then when he missed, he missed Game 4. When he missed Game 5,
you knew something was up.
So, and then too, when someone's hurt, you either spot it or you see where he was. You know what I'm saying, bro? I was on some digging. I went back, I watched the game. He didn't look like, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden he was hurt. Your best 2 players are hurt. You can't win no series. No team in the world can win any series. What's the script for the Clippers, man? What do the Clippers need to be able to come back and bounce back? Because I actually thought they had a chance.
I mean, they need help. But the problem is your 2 best players is always injured. So I think I don't know what they got to do this summer because just history showing with these 2 players, there's nothing to do with their game. When they're healthy, this is one of the best teams in the league. But when you got people who unreliable, it's just like, man, it's tough. What do you do if you unreliable?
You speaking on Kawhi being unreliable?
I mean,
stars,
both of them dealt with injuries throughout their career, and it's like in the most crucial moments.
You saying that they're most unreliable in the league?
Yeah, most unreliable. It has nothing to do with their talent. Kawhi's probably been the most unreliable and unlucky. That's just unlucky to deal with what he's dealt with injury-wise.
Yeah, year of the year, too.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's one of the greatest athletes. If you look the way he is put together, he's strong.
He always comes in, put
in
together.
shape.
Yeah, like
it's like, and I always tell people this, dog, you got to be good and lucky. It has nothing to do with the weights or the load management. You know what I'm saying? You could be the best athlete in the world, and sometimes the injury bug just somehow always creep up on you.
How long you stay on it, P? You do another year of this?
I think with their age and where I'm at with the contracts, where they look, if I can trade and just kind of rebuild and start fresh going into the new arena, coming up in a year and a half or so.
Yeah. When is that ready?
Some fresh.
When is that ready? 224?
Like 224, 225, I think.
That's gonna be. I heard that's popping too. Boy.
Yeah, and so I'm coming fresh because they getting a little older now, and I think, I think the fans is frustrated. I mean, I'm frustrated watching it because it's always gonna be one of them what ifs, situations. If you could actually put it together and go through a healthy playoffs.
You got a lot of pieces too, P. You got a great owner who will spin. You got a dope-ass coach who's gonna let you rock. He just stresses defense and accountability. Then you got players, bro. Listen, the Clippers play hard. That's what they DNA are. You know what I'm saying? That's a great mode to have when you're looking at your team and what you building, right? They play hard and they got some depth, But man, when I'm sitting there watching, I was like, man, is it time for the Clipper project to be like it's a wrap?
I'm saying, what would you do? You based on like Kawhi history.
What you saying is it's the same thing, P. Like I just need reliability and people that's gonna play hard. Like what Tibbs has up in New York, I'll take that all day. Players that show up when they're available and they play hard and they play together, right? I love Quickly. I love Quickly and Bones. That new style of player that's coming in that's wiry and just. It's like I love that little player. Patty Mills used to be that. You remember Patty Mills used to come in and change the whole. I like those style players. So, I don't know, man. I want Kawhi to fucking be on the court so bad, and I want him to kill these motherfuckers and go out here and be one of those top 5. And I want to see him and Durant and him and Bron. And I want to see, I want to see the, you know what I'm saying? And it just frustrates, man. I don't even like following that narrative of unreliable or not being available. He hurt.
You already know what the best ability is.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I just want to see it though.
Availability.
Availability. That's real. I hate to even stamp that, but yeah, you're right.
Best ability, availability.
Man, so I'm just saying, like, so you saying it's over, P? It's time to break it up?
I mean, if I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it as like an owner's point of view. If I'm an owner, if I'm Steve Ballmer, I'm like, man, these guys is getting older. They breaking down. I mean, how much more can Kawhi's body take? Think about what his history.
He just took a year off.
Yeah, how much more can his body take? And
Me too.
they saying it's a
So
torn meniscus.
Torn meniscus announced this morning, and it's the same knee he tore the ACL when he missed a whole year.
Would you sit down, P? What would you do if you were Kawhi?
If I'm Kawhi Leonard, I would really consider retirement.
Really?
I mean, this has a lot to do with what his body's been through. You know what I'm saying?
Body can't hold up no more.
But Paul, you're going to retire when you have $45 million coming next season and $48 million the following season?
P, you gonna muscle up and you're gonna grind.
I'm gonna be in the back on the bike doing weights.
Making $48 million?
Yeah. But they can put that towards insurance though.
I got it.
You know that?
And
If
they
he,
can
it
write
could
it
be they can throw that as an injury, retirement, or put it on insurance and let the insurance pay that off.
I already did that.
If they could work something out, I'm sure. But if his body ain't holding up, man, he got to think about that, man.
Damn,
I'm more worried about
scary.
him as a person.
We just watched Bron 20-20 at damn near 98.
He's 5
And
years younger than
that's what I'm saying, bro.
So I want to just run through. The Clippers are in a really tough spot
Yeah.
salary cap-wise.
Yeah.
Paul George and Kawhi next year, $92 million combined just for those two players next season.
Mm-hmm.
You have Norman Powell next season making $18 million.
You gotta pay
Marcus
him, though.
Morris, $17 million.
They didn't use Morris. They didn't use Morris in that series, though, bro.
But he's still on the books next year. So and then Russell Westbrook's a free agent, and as we saw,
Gotta be
Russell
signed,
Westbrook was the best player in that series when Kawhi went down. So do you resign him? Like, they're kind of in a tough spot if they don't trade one of their top 2 players. So if you guys want to discuss.
Pete, let me ask you something. In the sense of where we're seeing Anthony Davis and Russell, some of these older players, is it to the theory that you got to wait for these older players to kind of get the engine going, get them 25 games, and we should expect like a better second half versus the first half? Remember how I was on Anthony Davis? I wanted him to come out the box like boom, 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 right? Westbrook I felt like he got better on the whole second half of the year. Anthony Davis too. Is that the case?
That was the
Should you expect that? Is what I'm asking. Should you expect that from the older heads right now? From the older players?
I mean, from some guys, that's what it takes as you get older. I remember when I got older, I didn't get a rhythm until like December, January, February, because I'll start off slow. I mean, my shooting percentages is down, and I just like, damn, I'm a little older. That's age. That's miles. That's miles.
So you saying you couldn't?
Just the rhythm wasn't there like it used to be. I used to come out younger. You coming out, you balling from the jump, and then now you like, damn. You in your 30s. You like, man, these young boys is coming at you. It's a young man league, and so it took you a while to really get back used to the pace, get back used to getting that rhythm, figuring out shoot, and that's the transition you start figuring out. Like, damn, I got to change my game up a little bit. I can't do the same stuff I used to do. So that's where you get in the cross in between. That's what you're seeing with Russ, and you're going to start seeing that with guys like Anthony Davis, and you're seeing that with Bron. Bron is still effective, but his game is different. He's not out in transition, like getting 10, 12 fast break points like he used to, getting all these dunks. He picking his spots. He know nights where he got to get 30 and 40, and nights where he can just, be a facilitator and stuff and shit like that. As you get older, you got to figure it out, because shit ain't what it used to be.
What do you do? What do you do for your Clippers? You got to re-sign Russ? You re-sign Russ?
See, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I like what he gave me this year. I gotta play the market right now. We didn't win. We didn't win.
I know y'all didn't win.
Really, I'm trying to accumulate some assets if I can for Russ. If I can sign and trade him, because my roster, look at their roster, it's older. It's shown that they couldn't stay healthy. They haven't shown that they can make a deep playoff run. If this was a roster like Golden State that you like, all right, we didn't been through wars, we didn't won. But this roster ain't won nothing, so I can't keep investing into something that ain't won. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see if I can get a sign and trade, get some assets, some pieces like some draft picks or some young talent right now, because I don't want to be stuck in the mud because I'm already stuck with certain salaries that I know I ain't gonna be able to trade.
Right. Nobody's taking them for a top 3 anyway.
Yeah.
But I think that you know what? I think you gotta show some. I don't know, some loyalty. I think Russ was there. He damn near helped saved you. If Russ had say if Batum would have gave you, say Batum, Bones, and Mann would have gave you a collective of like 75 points, or I'm yapping.
Yeah.
Just an injection. Those guys played their ass off. First off, I felt like Russ had enough energy. He was the alpha of that series until Booker hit the button. They hit the button, took it to another level. But man, I think that you gotta show him some something, man, some gratitude, man, at least.
But if you do sign Russ, what type of contract you
No, I hear
looking
what
at
you're saying.
signing?
No. Your theory and what you broke down was logic. Like I see what you're doing.
that's just,
but I'm just saying, going younger don't necessarily mean better. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing
I'm
too.
thinking more long term.
It trips me out, man, that we got real talk, 33, 34-year-old players out the league that ain't in the league, can't be in the league, or is considered older. When Bron out here 38. That's what I'm saying.
You know, he
modern medicine.
He in
He
in a different stratosphere as these players.
If I'm Anthony Davis, you watching Bron doing everything, Bron doing anything, man, Anthony Davis got $1 million to spend on his body. Man, I'll be all in Bron shit. Man, what you doing? What's that? What's the name of that? Let me see. How much of that are you taking? Let me
Who
use
your
some of that.
trainer?
Man,
What supplements
What?
is
Who your
those?
trainer? No, you think you working out without me? I see you running a 4.9, a 3.8.
I'm there with you.
Man, they are not working out together, bro.
Nah, they not.
Nah, and it looks like it. It looks like it. We ain't even talking on the bench.
You know what? To me, when I watched Anthony Davis, it had nothing to do about your trainer,
Facts.
Ian, none of that. It's his mindset.
It's non-basketball.
It's the mindset.
Straight up. When I watch Bron, I be looking at Bron, you can see what he on. You can see it, you know what I'm saying? But how about when he walked up on that motherfucker?
He did walk up on him. What'd he say to him?
Oh no, it don't even matter. Oh yeah, nigga.
I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm on.
What you said, B? What you said, B?
All right, look,
You
this
walk up,
my
B.
this my take on
You
this.
you be Bron. You walk up in that scenario, tell me what you tell us.
See, I'm different. If I say
BP,
that,
but you in Bron body.
if Bron come up to me, I'm gonna be like, what? Like, what you want?
I mean, you had to stand
I'm
on
like,
it.
you gonna look at me standing on it. You gonna see head moving. You ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying?
He
You
stood
see
on it.
Nah, dude got little. I think he look like he
No,
got
he didn't.
little.
He didn't care. He stood. He had to. Man walking on you,
nah,
P.
but I ain't say no. But his body language wasn't there.
He wasn't
I would have
even
been like,
he wasn't even ready.
Yeah, he wasn't. My body language would have been different. I'd be like, what's happening? Like what you? Yeah, what's happening? What we
Felt that
on?
in- you felt that
You would have
energy.
saw my head. You know how you see somebody when they talking like this.
Well, he
He's
walked
just-
up
he
on him
kinda-
bopping, though. Walked up on you bopping.
And then Brooks was like,
Bron walked up on you bopping like, yeah.
I'm like, what?
What's up?
What you mean? What's up?
Oh, yeah,
what we
I'm
on?
on. Yeah,
I'm at you
Yeah,
then.
I'm on. Word.
Yeah, I'm at you then. What you mean? What you mean? I'm standing on what I
You grew up
slow
watching me, nigga. Slow
I
down.
stand on. I'm standing. If you say some shit and you talking shit, you gotta
You would've did that
stand
to
on
Jordan,
what
on my mama.
your body language. Gotta.
Jordan woke up to you, Lord. You right there.
If I say
fucking
something in the
around.
media, though,
You got it. Yeah. You
if
gotta
I
stand
say
on it. You
something
gotta
on the
stand on it. You
media,
gotta stand
I
on it.
gotta stand. It ain't now. If I ain't say nothing in the media, and he walking up on me, I'm like, "What's you on?
Oh,
Like,
right.
what's going on?
Oh, right. That's different.
Oh, you want smoke?
Right.
Like you know. But if I say something, I'm standing on that, and I might take a step towards you. Like,
What's happening?
what you mean?
What's happening?
Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's not. They do these. They do this for recognition. I feel like dude in a video shoot sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I do, because now you got to come out there and give me something. And, you know, I like Dylan Brooks. I like that he taking on that role.
He playing
But
the
you-
villain.
Yeah, that's
He
cool.
the Joker.
That's cool.
But you
Everybody
gotta give
can't-
him something though,
but
right?
You got to give me
Rodman
more
gave
out
you
there.
something, right?
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
give me more out
Yeah,
there though.
yeah.
You know, so you
Like
know.
you want to shut down? You want to like
I
a
don't even
a
care if
1
you
for
don't-
12?
You
Nah,
gotta,
that's
but
what I
you
want.
gotta give me a little
Nah,
more.
I want that Bruce Bourne. You the Joker. Like TA.
Right.
Right. You know what I used to love about TA when he used to talk that first team shit? He used to come out and back that shit up. Look,
Right.
Kill, he only had 3. Look, Kill. He only.
Right.
That's what I be wanting from Dylan Brooks.
When I was guarding him, he
Right,
only he was
right.
1 for
I
15.
locked that up. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying.
Because he got to stand on it
You
now. He the
gotta-
villain forever. Forever. He's never
Gotta,
gonna change
like,
this
come
narrative.
on,
He's gonna be the
man.
villain
And
forever.
now- and so this type of stuff make me think that since we live in such a social media driven world right now that, you know, when you saying stuff and when you doing stuff, it's just for the attention now.
It ain't for the actually act.
Yeah, because I don't see it.
Defenders can get paid too, though. Don't ever forget that. Ben Wallace.
And then you don't talk to the media after that.
Oh yeah, that was
You,
can't do
ain't
that.
standing on
Yeah,
yours.
right, see?
You got to take your
That
lumps.
watered it down. That watered it down.
That take your lumps.
Now there ain't nobody gonna want to hear you when
Now,
you get off, right?
yeah, now if you win, now you want to talk.
I'm off.
Like, no, you got to stand on yours. You feel me?
Good or
If you
bad.
take them lumps, stand up to the media and look into the camera like, yeah, okay, you got me today, but I'm gonna be back tomorrow.
Right.
That's standing.
You gotta stand on.
See, that's why I ain't feeling that.
Right. Man, what's your thoughts on the Nuggets and Suns, man? You know, Nuggets are different. 2 years ago, the Suns did sweep these mugs, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
this is a different Nuggets team. You got a whole bunch of different pieces. I think Porter Jr. is better. Murray's better.
Gordon.
I think, Gordon better.
They got
and
some
then they got
pieces.
Brown. I love all their pieces that you know. Joker is better. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you this.
Hold on.
Initially,
Hold on.
okay, go ahead.
But then you got this steam engine coming full, brrr, 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 brrr. And it's got a Durant engine, it's got a Booker engine, and you got, you know, Chris Paul driving it. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget about Big Fella. Big Fella dominated. You hear what I'm saying? He's not the same.
Right.
This is gonna be a really good series. The only thing I'm worried about, well, let me get your take, because Phoenix is top heavy.
Right.
I don't think they're as deep as what Denver is.
They like the big homie at the park that's upper body.
No
you know what I'm
legs.
saying? No legs. You know, you see the big homie at the park.
Big I got you.
He bench press all day. His arms
Big
look
I
like
got
this
you.
with the-
I got you.
With the skinny legs. That's Phoenix with no bench.
Oh, wow.
You know, you know what I'm
All
saying?
upper, no lower.
All upper, no lower.
What you
Nah, but
talking?
look, initially, you know, if you just a casual, you just looking at Durant and Booker and say, oh, they got them.
No.
But you better watch
Can't
out
say
for
that for
Denver
you.
because Denver gonna have home court advantage, and they got a lot of little low key stars that you got to watch out for, and they got better depth.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the type of thing to where the, Phoenix can't afford no injuries, and you know the playoffs tick, and you know this just as well as I do. It's gonna be an injury in the playoffs that's gonna derail, like we saw with the Clippers. That's gonna derail somebody's run.
P, why you
Every
throw that in the
year.
universe,
It's just
man?
something
Throw
that
that out
happens
there,
all the
P.
time. I just hope we get two healthy teams, and I think this series going 7. I think this series going 7. No matter what you say, they got Durant, Booker. I think we slept on Denver all year. They've been the number 1 seed. It's tough to win in Denver. It's tough to win in Denver.
You know what I need to see? You know what I need to see, though? I need to see the Gordons, the Porter Juniors, and the Murrays go to another level. If they can't, listen, Booker is showing that he's going to another level. Murray got to go to another level. Gordon got to give me another level. Porter Jr. got to give me another, because KD, I'm expecting KD and Booker to be on it, bro. Bro, somebody has to counterbalance those two. If Joker's going to counterbalance one of them, right? And then Ayton and Jokic, man, that matchup might be, you know, you can't even go like this. Stat-wise, it's one thing, but once ability, man, Ayton can hit the 15-footer, turn around, a jump hook, dunk your ass.
You gotta respect.
Yeah,
You gotta respect.
Yeah, he in there. And if you don't respect him, he'll end up with like 30 on your ass. Like, he can go get 25, 15, simple.
And
you know?
he been through the fire.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's proven. He's another year.
But he been through the fire. He had to deal with Giannis.
Bro.
He had to deal with Giannis that year in the finals.
Yeah.
And now Joker.
Listen.
So he took his lumps.
I got Phoenix in this series, but I agree it's going 7.
If it goes 7, I got Denver.
Word? Bro, they both play elevation. They both know that.
If Phoenix got to win this before 7.
I don't think that the Nuggets have that of a home court advantage like you think with the elements that deal with, you know what I'm saying, with the elevation. I'm telling you, Phoenix
If
playing
it
the
goes
elevation
7,
too.
I got Denver.
Nah, they ain't got the guns.
Phoenix got to get them out of here before 7.
No, I don't. Yes, I don't think the Nuggets have the guns though. On the consistent, I can see Gordon giving me one game. I can see Porter Jr. giving me one game.
I can see Murray. That's all you need though. Think about it.
No, I need y'all.
That's all. They don't
you can't,
need it
You can't
every
come back and
game.
give me 25 and then go to like 12.
That's
or
how
9.
it works. That's how your role players work.
Nah, they're not role players. Pete.
Like, think about this. Every championship team, you got to have that one dude gonna have that one big
Eddie
night
House.
that's gonna help you.
The Eddie House.
Like an E House,
Yep.
like a big baby or
Yep,
something.
gotta
like,
have fun,
you know,
yep.
like they
But
gonna have
them-
that game that's gonna be like, damn, we needed that.
Yeah.
And they got multiple guys that can give you that.
Man, listen. That's the question mark for me. That's what I'm saying to you. I need to see those 3 guys I named. I want to see them, because check this. They're going to have to go to another level. It's the second round. And then guess what? When y'all get to the Western Conference Finals, you know how this goes. So it's the same thing. Because they're going to have to somebody's going to have to counterbalance Durant.
This is the only issue I'm having in this series. If Ayton gets in foul trouble, which is possible dealing with that dude, Joker, they ain't got nobody off the bench that can handle him.
So check this. It's like Shaq used to say. You let that one player get off. The Nuggets don't work like that. The Nuggets work, this is movement, KCP, like it's movement. That's why it's hard to dial in. I'm saying that, right?
That's why it's hard to guard him.
Man, I say this to say that big fella gonna do what he do anyway. You just put a body in here. You're not here to stop him. You're here to keep big fella because he got fouls.
So, but he can beat you too.
Who?
Big fella. He can beat you.
I put KD on his motherfucking ass.
No, you're going to get him in foul trouble doing that.
Slow him down. Man, then vice versa. Man, if you said Jokers can't guard KD, come on back down here. You can't guard both.
That's the one thing teams going to do. They're going to put Joker in pick and roll. That's what they've been doing.
They're going to have to. And you know what?
He's going to have to come off the pick, they switch, and
he's going to have to be up. He can't be back. He's going to have to come
off the pick and see a Booker. He's going to have to come off that pick and switch and see Chris Paul.
He got to be up. They hide him a lot of times, and he's able to rest in a lot of pick and rolls just because he has that 5 concept and he's not up. Bro, these shooters here, even Chris Paul, that's what I'm looking for. He's going to be the silent assassin. For Phoenix to actually take this huge jump and get Nuggets out of here, Chris Paul going to be the secret sauce. Yeah, he's going to be the X factor. Can Murray give Chris Paul 25?
Yes. Yes.
I want to ask you about Minnesota.
Bet, man. First game, he don't get 25, Lord.
He don't get 25 first game? All right, bet.
What we got?
Why? Prisoner. His favorite one.
All right, let's do it.
Right, and then Cayman. You know what it is.
Yep.
Locked in. What's your thoughts on Minnesota, Pete?
Let me tell you my thoughts on Minnesota.
They had a good year, man.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Minnesota fucked up when they didn't put you in ownership, and that's why they at where they at. And they're going to be riding on the treadmill for the next 10 years. I'm telling you.
Even
real spit. Because I wouldn't have never did that deal for Goldberg with Anthony Towns. And that's going to put them in submission for a little bit.
Right. Can't play
because that don't look right.
Can't play 2 bigs in today's game, I don't think.
That don't look right. If they find a way to get rid of Goldberg, you really going to unlock Anthony Davis. I mean, not Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. Joker was going that big fella. I thought he was a better defender. I don't know what I thought. I was looking at that whole series, but yeah, I thought you could go one-on-one with Rudy. Yeah, it makes it tough in today's game with the pace on where it's at, man. Yeah, Minnesota, man. I thought Ant had the piggyback kind of what Paul was saying, man. I think that when you give him a chance, I think what makes it hard when you have Karl Anthony Towns in there with Ant, man, is that Cat can stay on the perimeter and you got to pick and choose. Mm-hmm. Either you giving him a 3 and then he can 1 dribble, 2 dribble off the pump fake and put you in the rim. He can float you, you know. So you got a 2-5 pick and roll. If Cat pops, either you switching that now, you got a 5 on Ant, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I didn't understand that from the top. It's about culture, man. One of the reasons I see Dirk coming back to Dallas is because, I like to think that he's been part of a culture that they built down there in Dallas, along with Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Like, management is one thing, but players come in, players' attitude, they shape culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of Lakers, you think of Celtics, you think of Sixers, you think of that culture, man. It got shaped by certain players coming through there. So, management is management, man, and owners have their own perspective of assets and how they want to do they, want to. So, I couldn't take that personal. I'm only coming from a perspective of wanting to see the house rejuvenated and redone and with the big old windows and it's over here now. I wanted to come in and redo the property. It's a beat up property, but it's a beautiful asset. You know what I'm saying? And the city deserves it, man. Man, the Midwest is some of the best fans in the world. You know what I'm saying? Fans, period. But Midwest, man, to come out in the snow and come out in tough conditions and just be riding for you night in, night out. You know what I'm saying? Soda is a real sports town, so I'm always biased and wanting the best for that shit. But yeah, they gotta. I think they should Yeah, they got to put some pieces in there. They got to put some pieces in there. I thought this year they gave a guy like Kyle Anderson, who I know has a high IQ. I thought they put him in. I thought they trusted him too much. I didn't think that he was ready for certain levels of responsibility. I'm talking about play-wise. Like, he's a great playmaker. I thought at times he did a little bit over his reach a little bit, but I do also know that he's a positive person in the locker room. He's a positive soul in the locker room. He's an easy vibration. I met the kid a couple times with Boz, so I know that he means well. No player goes out here and tries to fuck up, right? But I just thought they trusted him too much or put him in so many playmaking situations that they didn't really have no option for that. I think as your younger players get older and start to be mature and take over some of that responsibility, this is what they have. But yeah, they got to just keep adding. Keep adding.
I like the foundation, though.
I think Mike and A-Rod going to change the culture, man. A-Rod's, he's chippy. He wants to be known as a winner, and he's not coming in for some bullshit. I don't think they jumped in this to losing anything, and I think that was the whole concept. When I actually met them, sitting back hearing his concept, he wants to change the city. He wants to change the mentality of the city. The city, it's all together, Pete. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to come in on a bigger scale, see it from a very different, and really, really rehab the city, man, which I think is needed. So yeah, I'm rooting for them, man. I'm rooting for them. I think once this old regime is put out the way, I think you're going to start to see new energy. I think new ideas going to start sprouting from that new energy. And then it's going to be, probably some new conversation.
What do you think Minnesota need to do? As far as personnel-wise, the city, I mean, they got something to look forward to in that young boy. They got a future.
No, they got a superstar, bro.
They got a superstar.
They got two superstars there that they can build off of. When you look back,
like moving forward, but see, this is the problem with management. This is the problem with ownership. They get these superstars and they don't understand how to build, and then they lose them. I see a couple of cases where you might lose a couple of superstars. I'm talking about players who are generational talents, and that you don't capitalize off of. And I'm seeing this kid, Edwards, he's turning, he could be a generational talent to where he's going to be in the All-Star game for the next 10 years. And, them players don't come along. Towns, you got to build the right way around them.
Yeah.
You got to have them in the room when you're discussing these trades.
Right.
You got to have them at the meetings in the summer, man, just come out. What you think it is? Because, I'm sure they wasn't there that day they made them trades.
Nope.
You got to have them in the room. Man, you think these guys are fit around you. That's what a partnership is all about. If you sign me to $200 million and you want to build around me, then why am I not in these meetings?
And they got to want to
Why don't I have an opinion?
They got to want to be in those meetings.
That's what these owners got to step up and start doing better.
Yep.
And these general managers.
Well, I think owners come from a perspective of business, bottom lines, budgets, red lines, all this shit, straight up. I think that secondary I think the primary is business, the secondary is all this when it comes to players and all of this. This real talk. The business, what the business look like. A, B, and C, right?
Good.
And
you
then
can do
two,
all of that.
now we talking about winning the coach. It can't be like that. I get it. And it can't come off perception-wise like that. Now, this may work throughout all the league, but when I look at Boston, when I walk through that motherfucker and I'm talking to whoever, everybody's championship energy. I hate to make it sound like this, and I hate to sound cliche, but one of my favorite things about walking through Being is everybody on it. Everybody's championship. Ain't no secondary, nothing. Nigga, winning's first. Winning makes the business. I'm like, oh, wow. Even if that ain't even the formula, that's how everybody's giving to me. The ball boys, Twister, fucking numbers, goddamn. Everybody in that mud. Johnny Joe, everybody. I think Johnny Joe work upstairs. Lynchy come around. Everybody you pull off to the side is saying the same script. That's what I'm saying. When I walk through Minnesota on field, I feel like it's cutting corners in some places, and they don't want to hear it. So you do it your way, and it looks like how you want. It looks like this. You know what I'm saying, P? If I come in your house and your grass look a certain way and you ain't cutting it, that's what the grass gonna look like, P. If you don't cut the motherfucker, or if you don't do it like this. Right. Simple. It's simple shit. So And you know what's gonna happen though? I really think that new management is gonna come in and give it a new blood. It's gonna give it a new breath. And it's going to be a new vibration in Minnesota. It needs it. It needs new cop reform. It needs to be able to bring the city and the community together with cops and work together on a real partnership. None of this clown ass shit for the cameras. I'm talking about a real establishment, man. Man, it was mayhem there for a minute, man. I had to go see it for myself to really see it. And it's going to take some real leaders and people with a voice to come together. And when you got a product like the Timberwolves, was a big part of the community, just like the Vikings, just like the Wild, just like the Twins. You know what I'm saying? They got a soccer team there. It's growing. You know what I'm saying? You just got to bring the community there. You know what I'm saying? You can't be killing black kids like this, bro. And after, and then they go on deaf ears, and then we got another march, and then what? We back to square one? Nah, because we the type state, and we the type country that when we put our minds to something, to do something, it gets done. It's that simple. When we don't want something to happen, it does not happen. We want something to end, we end it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to believe that. So yeah, in this situation in Minneapolis, it's the same thing. Man, how about these Kings? These Kings and these Warriors.
They done.
Who?
They done.
They done?
They done.
No way.
They done.
No way.
They done. They had their shot, dog. Game 3, they supposed to, with no Draymond.
They didn't get it done.
They didn't get it done. And Fox hurt his finger now. That's going to be kind of tricky. Warriors are starting to smell blood.
Who you got to see?
I got G State. I got G. This is all, look, don't you see how this is all lining up? This is all turning into a movie right now.
It is. It is theater. Look,
we see these two about to collide. Who them two? Lakers and Golden State about to collide. I'm telling you.
No, we ain't going to jump the gun. We cannot jump the gun.
No, I'm jumping the gun.
No, don't jump the gun yet.
Lakers
Turn the cameras
and Golden
off.
State is
Turn the
coming.
cameras off.
They coming. They in
Stop,
each other.
P.
They in view.
Stop, P. The Kings
in
still
view.
alive, P.
No,
Fuck that.
They done.
They going
they
7.
Had a great year.
They going
bro.
7.
They got nothing to be. They
Kings
got
are not
nothing.
losing.
They got nothing to put their head down to. Kings, they had a hell of a year. Coach of the year. Fox made a name for himself. Great year, y'all. Great year. We gonna build on this. But Golden State advancing.
7. Going 7?
Nah.
What?
I don't think it's going 7. This is going 6 at most.
Cameras.
No, but look, if Fox was healthy, I'll say something. But if you got a broken finger or a fracture in your index shooting hand, think about that, Tick. Where the ball gonna roll off?
Watch this. Watch how he go. He gonna go to another level.
Yeah, it's
P.
going.
He gonna
And
have
then
to.
you know what Draymond gonna do? What you think
you
Draymond
got him
gonna
on
do?
dirty. Nah,
he gonna be
dirty.
slapping down at that hand.
He slapping at the ball. He ain't
slapping
no
at
dirty.
that ball.
You got him
but
on
that
dirty.
hand,
Nah.
that hand gonna be on the ball.
Nah, and you got like
He
dude
get
ain't.
hit.
You got like
Bow, that's
Jordan
get hit
tough.
all game.
You got like Youngin
me,
ain't
bro.
tough. Youngin tough, man. You
Nah,
think he out here just
I ain't never questioned that.
Nah, right. You ain't
I'm
gonna
just
question
saying,
this. Why?
I'm
You gonna like,
saying
damn, he doing this on
Golden-
a broke finger?
I'm saying Golden
Dang.
State.
It's
Golden
gonna
State
be- watch.
is the champs until they get knocked off, and they know how to yeah. Golden State
I
gonna
swear.
win, and then we gonna see another LeBron versus.
Ooh.
That's what the world want to see.
Who? The world want to see
Lakers,
the old heads
Golden
get in
State,
here?
Yeah, they want to see. We gonna see a game where you gonna have about 7 Hall of Famers on the court.
Dang.
You gonna have about 7 Hall of Famers. I want to see that match.
Stop trying to jump the gun, man.
NBA need that. Knicks, Heat, we gonna have a hell of a series. I can't wait. Jimmy buckets, playoff Jimmy is a thing.
Playoff Jimmy is a thing.
It's
we
a
called,
thing.
We called that. Didn't we
did
call that?
call
We
it.
called that.
That's
shit.
a thing. man.
Straight up, I called it.
Man, it ain't no better player in the playoffs that elevate their game from here to here that I've seen in the last 3-4
He the
years.
MVP right
So
now.
let's talk about that. I mentioned the best player in the playoffs.
Man.
Get one pick.
Jimmy Buckets. There ain't no pick. Jimmy Buckets, nigga.
Right
ain't nobody
now-
doing what he doing.
Right now, Jimmy
fucking
Butler
Buckets,
is the
boy.
best player in the playoffs.
Jimmy Playoffs. He ain't calling him. He got like Jimmy Playoffs. Playoffs Jimmy. You know what
I
I'm saying?
need some big face coffee.
Right.
As a matter of fact, where
Big
my big
face
face,
20s, right.
where my
Some
big
big
face
face.
coffee at? So I can get some of that.
No Booker?
Nah.
Booker up there,
Nah,
Booker
he
up
ain't doing
there,
like this,
but you know,
Jimmy's alphaing the series. Like he's not only willing his team, he's dominant on both ends, bro. I saw Kyle Lowry.
Nobody saw this coming.
No, but we called this though, P.
But nobody saw the Miami Heat doing
no
the Milwaukee Bucks like
No,
this.
no.
Like I know that Giannis was hurt for one game, but
Yes.
Jimmy is straight willing his team, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, I know you want to talk about Booker. He balling, but he got Durant to take the pressure and Chris Paul take pressure off him so he can do his thing. Jimmy Butler is out here like this my shit. We saw that.
Facts. Buckets, nigga. Jimmy Playoffs, nigga. Keep going, Jay. Don't stop for shit. Keep going.
Congratulations to the Miami Heat. I look forward to y'all versus the Knicks. It's gonna be. I remember them old school Heat versus the Knicks with Ewing and Alonzo Mourning. I'm talking about it almost was a fight all the time. Congrats, much respect to both of these underdogs in the series. And this is what the NBA need, and this is what the NBA all about. Congrats. I can't wait. As a matter of fact, man, we need to go to New York and check out the game. We got to go see one of these games. We need to go follow that whole series.
That's a nice
New York to Miami. We need to go follow that whole series.
Where is it at first?
It don't
It's
matter.
in New York?
It's in New York.
Yeah, we do
Go
both
to New
game
York.
ones. We do game one, like game one and
We
then
go
game
game
three.
1, game 2, and game 3.
Nah, you doing too much. Game
No, look,
one.
we go.
Nah, game one a mile.
We go to New York game 1,
And then go to game 3.
and then go see a Boston game.
Yeah, we
Then
gotta
go to
do that.
Miami. Oh man, that's a good road
That's a
trip.
whole tour,
we need
man.
a road trip.
You know what,
dog.
man?
We
KG
need-
certified
look,
finna hit the road,
Hey, we need
man.
to hit the road.
Straight
bro.
up, yo.
We
Get
need to
the
hit
bus-
the road.
Man, let's get the budget together, man. Hey, start the bus, man. Get the bus
Let's hit
together,
the
man.
road.
Right. Gas the jet up, man. Let's take the certified jet. Get on out of here, man. Ooh, we got game picks. Let's get it. Oh, man, game 1, you got the Suns at Nuggets. Who you got? Saturday! Kicking off the
I'm gonna go Nuggets. They've been dominant at home all year long, and I know that it looked like Booker getting into his rhythm. KD is gonna be KD. Chris Paul gonna play that silent assassin role, but I just think Denver got a lot to prove because ain't nobody respecting them. Ain't nobody looking for Denver to advance, and they're gonna catch people by surprise. And I'm telling you, I know that they're the number 1 seed, and this is the thing, they the most disrespected number 1 seed this year. Because I bet you nobody got Phoenix beating them in the series.
Dang.
Oh, man, I'm
Listen,
taking Denver, bro.
I think Phoenix come out here. I think Phoenix come out, get this first game. Now they don't notice.
At altitude, my boy.
I get it. Listen, you think Phoenix don't have an
Not
altitude?
like Denver.
I get it. It ain't gonna be like that,
Not
bro.
like Denver.
I think if the Suns can come out and get this first game, I think it changes how we're looking at the series. Because now,
of course.
every number one's gonna get tested.
Yeah.
Hey, those are the picks of the week. Let's get it.
Lightning Lee Murray wanted to be world champion in the UFC.
He just happens to be involved in the largest cash robbery in the world. This is the sort of thing you see in Hollywood films.
Heists, armed gang, huge amounts of money.
The policeman, Shorty, Hoodie, Mr. Average, high-vis, driver, and stopwatch.
A fiendishly clever plan, which, up to the moment they drove away, had worked flawlessly.
Catching Lightning, only on Showtime, streaming with Paramount Plus.